Let us dig deeper to the saddest part of spiritual awakening, parts that people are not even aware of or they don't talk about. People think spiritual awakening is all namaste, is all love and light. It's about crystals, right? Darling, it's completely opposite that, at least in the beginning. The true awakening never starts from comfort. Not at all. It starts with a collapse. Everything you once leaned on for stability, be it your job, be it your health, your houses, your cars, all your achievement, your success, your money, they all start to crumble and fall apart. You will think that it's a curse. You will think someone is bewitching you. You'll think it's a witchcraft. But no, it's because your soul can no longer live a lie. It can't. You'll notice that the more you try to fix things, the worse they become. Doors that opened easily, suddenly they shut on your face. People disappear. Destiny helpers are nowhere to be found. They've disappeared. Opportunities, they dried up. Even your own mind begins to turn against you. You'll literally get anxiety, depression, confusion. That's why there's a very thin line between spiritual awakening and mental illness. You'll feel like you are dying, literally. You'll feel like you're dying inside. And actually, in a way, you are. And you even wish that you were not alive. You're not even scared of death anymore. That's how it goes. That right there is what we call the dark night of the soul. It's when the old version of you that was built from fear, that was built from control, that was built from ego, it starts to burn away. And no matter how hard you try to stop it, it just cannot. You just can't stop it. Why? Because this is not a punishment, but instead it is a purification. When you reach that point where nothing makes sense anymore, when you scream to God, why me? Why me, Lord? This is when you're standing right at the doorway of your rebirth. That's when you now becoming a born again. Christians need to understand this terminology of being a born again. It's not just a title. It is a painful battle. It is a spiritual war. It is the shedding of your skin before you can call yourself a born again. It's work. Now, here's the thing. Just when you think you've lost everything and that the light is almost here, guess what? You're still not done. Now comes the ego death. Now comes the ego death. Now, this is where you face everything that you've believed about who you are, about yourself. That could be your identity, your cultural beliefs, your religion, your achievements, your traumas, even your childhood programming. And then you start realizing none of these is the real me. Every belief system, every little thing, every title, they all start to crumble. And this hurts. It hurts because now the ego is terrified of the disappearing. Pela, it's been running your life since you were born. It's been shaping how you think, it's been shaping how you love, how you judge. But now, instead, the ego is not your enemy anymore. Instead, it is your teacher. Your ego collapsing is what makes room for your soul to take over. You've reached your rock bottom now. This is a stage whereby you've reached your rock bottom. You see, the dark night of the soul and the ego death, they both serve one divine purpose: to bring you back to you, to bring you back to God, to strip away everything that separates you from your true nature, which is love. And bear in mind, you can't fight your way through this. You cannot fight it. It is a process. You are not in control. You can't skip the pain. You can never rush the process. As painful as it is, the only way out is to surrender. Surrendering is the cheat code. When you stop resisting, when you finally let the tower fall, something incredible happens then. From the ashes of your old self, the light then begins to rise. The peace that you've never felt before, the love that doesn't come from anyone, that doesn't come from anything. It just comes from you. It flows from you because now you've remembered who you truly are. That's when you start to experience the Christ consciousness, not the religion Christ, but the true Christ consciousness, the state of being where you live as pure, as love and unity. You begin to see the world not as broken, but as a reflection of the collective, healing rather. And this is where many people get it wrong. They think awakening makes them all superior and better than others. They walk around preaching how superior they are, thinking they are more spiritual than others. But that's just another ego right there. It's just wearing a new mask. True awakening makes you humble. It makes you more loving. It makes you more compassionate. You get what I mean? Just like how Jesus Christ was teaching people. Awakening is not about escaping the world. It's about lifting it. It's about saving the world. It's about helping others awaken through love, through serving others, through the truth. So if you are in the dark night of the soul place right now, if everything is falling apart, just don't panic. You are not being destroyed. You are being reborn. Just surrender. Let it all fall. It's okay. It is meant to fall. Trust that the rock bottom you are standing on is actually the foundation of your higher self. Trust me with this one, because that's where every true awakening begins. Not in the light. It doesn't begin in the light, but it begins in the darkness that leads you back home.